Welcome to Divine Hand for another soulful, insightful, spiritual message. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't, collective. I pre-pulled some cards for our convenience. With that being said, let's get started. So the first card I pulled was says hidden agenda. So there's something beneath the surface, collective, that may be influencing a situation, right? There may be motives, right, emotions or intentions that are not being openly expressed. Okay, so someone may be just like playing in your energy, and spirit is urging you to look within your intuition rather than assumption, right? So all things isn't what they appear to be. Okay, so look beyond the words, right? Look at the person's actions, right? Some information may be someone may be withholding some information from you, right? And they operate in with the energy of self-interest. Okay, so your discernment is going to be required here, and you to observe this person very carefully. Okay, be strategic in how you observe this person. Okay, so trust your inner knowing over surface appearances. Okay, because it may be something going on beneath the surface. Okay, like the hidden motives may be you know yours or another person's. Take what resonates. And there's a time to reflect honestly on this person. I'm sure it's not my collective. Maybe, I'm not going to say I'm sure, but yeah, okay. So this person may be manipulative. This person may be secretive, deceptive. Okay, and you're gonna need to pay attention to the red flags, the inconsistencies, and your gut feeling. And like, look at the things, look at the situation from a higher perspective. Is what I'm getting. Okay. So then the next card we pulled was false hope. Someone offers promises they never intend to keep. Okay, so this carries like guidance for this is like a warning, and this is that guidance for you to use your discernment. Okay, so someone is giving an illusion of a possibility or a change, right? Or they coming in your direction, and this is the energy that they're in, collective. Okay, sorry about the grass, the lawnmower. So this is like, you know, their their intentions is not to follow through, right? It's little to no intentions on following through on what they promise you. Okay, collective. Okay, so these promises may be empty, right? The intentions is misleading, is what I'm getting. Okay, so this expectation that this person has is unrealistic. Meaning, if we're talking about love, they may have a third party situation. Okay, what I'm getting here is like, beware of empty promises. Okay, trust your intuition and protect your energy in your heart. Okay, okay, so we have the distance card, we have the hopeless card, and we have the soulmate card. So this may be a karmic soulmate if they in this energy, okay, of having hidden agendas. Okay, they definitely a karmic soulmate. They just in your energy for you to learn a lesson from them. Okay, so this is speaking of separation. You guys may be at a distance, you may be in separation, but there's a blockage between you two. Okay, whether it's emotional or physical. Okay, so this connection, right, that feels faded is just like unattainable. Okay, you cannot attain this connection. Okay, it's like a reflection of the tension between like a deep connection or a karmic connection, and the reality of the circumstances that prevents the union. Okay, so this is why y'all in separations, because there is some energy, there's something going on beneath the surface, right? That's this person cannot follow through with, is what I'm getting. Okay, so like I said, and it's making this person feel hopeless, right? Because they basically tying themselves, they feeling trapped. This is like my 8 of my Eight of Swords card, right? Feeling trapped. This person may be feeling trapped, right? They've fallen apart regarding this because they know that what they are promising they never intended to keep, right? And so the reason why they're feeling hopeless, collective, because we have the high priestess in reverse. So collective, you may be the high priestess upright, and therefore you already know. Okay, you already know what's going on with this person, right? This also speaks of you like ignoring your intuition. So don't do that, collective. Okay. These are the secrets, right? You know there's secrets. With the high priestess upright, it's like she knows, right? With the high priestess in reverse, is like, she's hiding. She may be the high priestess may in reverse. They may know, but they like still keeping it to themselves, right? This is basically hidden truths is going to be revealed, right? It's like, in reverse, it's like, it's coming to the surface, or you already know regarding this person that you at a distance with, and that and the secrets that you know, that they have hidden agendas, and they giving you false hope. They never intend on keeping, any promise that they have made to you. Okay, so then we got the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is Pisces energy, and this is basically saying, your wish fulfillment. Okay, and you know it. You sitting on your throne, you got 9 cups, and you just need one more, right? That would be like the love, the romantic love or what have you, because you already given this love to yourself with this 9 of cups. You are wish fulfillment. Okay, and so this is why this person this person knows that you are wish fulfillment, right? But they not listening to their intuition. They have no intuition, right? I mean, they have no intuition. They are not listening to their intuition, right? They don't have discernment. Okay, that's the problem, right? So this is why they can't see you for who you are, collective, right? Okay, they only see you from the surface. So we may be talking about someone that's materialistic. Okay. So then we have the Page of Cups upright, and this is like this person wants to send you an emotional message, right? They may have new feelings about it, but they feeling hopeless because you already know what they about. You already know this false hope. This person make promises they ain't gonna keep. That's the worst thing you can do, right? And they have hidden agendas, right? So we have the Page of Wands, right? And so you're out here, you're just exploring, okay? You are inspiration, and you're open to new opportunities, and they know that. And this is why they're feeling hopeless. You're also, with the Page of Cups, you're open to new love offers, okay? Something fresh, right? Love offers. You're looking towards that, right? So with the Soulmate card, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is like you're having a new beginning. You're going to start a new cycle, right? And God is going to hand it to you of maybe a new soulmate, a divine soulmate, okay? Because this is coming from spirit, right? And so with that being said, it's going to like bring new beginnings, like financial, material, and all of that physical realm stuff, right? So this is why this person, we may be talking about a Scorpio, any water sign. We may be talking about a fire sign, okay? We have Libra rising, Scorpio rising, if you know your birth chart. Sagittarius rising, okay? And so the next card we have is the Two of Cups, okay? And so, this is that partnership, right? That connection, right? The mutual attraction, right? So although you guys may have mutual attraction, you know that this person has hidden agendas. They have they doing things for their own self-interest, okay? It's not for, but they trying to present it as a Two of Cups situation, and this is the problem, right? So what I'm getting here is basically, don't overlook the facts, okay? It's going to need attention, okay? Be self-resilient. Open your heart and your mind, to messages of inspiration, right? Potential connections, okay? or mutual respect and balance, like connections that bring that mutual respect and balance. Okay. So, like, that's basically all I'm getting. So, just like trust in your inner knowing, right? Maintain your independence and stay open to, new things that spirit is trying to offer you, whether it's emotional or material, right? The right connection or the chance